Today on the Inquiry Zone, we address the question about what if our students are asking questions just too advanced beyond our curriculum, outside our content. Hello, I'm John Taylor from the ETHOS Innovation Center, Director of STEM Education.
And I am Douglas Hunnings here at ETHOS Innovation Center, and I'm the Director of the Primary STEM Education. And we are here today to answer another question from our peers out there.
Awesome.
Are you ready for today's question, John?
Yes. Is this a...
All right, so this is a question about when students ask their own questions within the class. It says, what if my students start asking questions that have answers that would go beyond their understanding or their depth of knowledge? Should we leave those questions unanswered on the wonder wall and not touch them, or should we answer those questions, or at least try to?
Well, kids are asking some questions beyond their understanding. I think we've been successful, right?
I think that's a big plus for the teacher.
Oh, you're doing great if that's happening. I think there is a lot of time we need to make sure kids are asking questions based on observations that they're seeing that are answerable, that we can address. But I mean, the goal the ultimate goal of science is to go into explore the unknown, the old Star Trek thing, right? You're heading off to the unknown. So I think it's awesome that kids are going further. I guess part of it question would be like, how would you handle that? How do we handle if kids are asking these questions?
Well, I think for me, when I taught the upper grades, I had my students in their science notebook, right? That's where they parked their wonder questions. And so for some of my students, they use this as an enrichment or one of their anchor activities where they would go choose one of those questions and start exploring it. I had the mindset of, even if I believed it was beyond their understanding, I wanted them to at least go and try. Because how do scientists learn? How do we learn? We go out and answer these questions. And a lot of times we don't know the answer, and we don't know what if it's going to be way above our understanding, but we go out and we try. So that's something I would encourage. Now, I don't want to overwhelm teachers and feel like they have to do that. You really got to look at your class, look at your students and see. I would say encourage them, but don't feel that if you don't allow those questions to be answered, that you're doing a bad job at teaching science, which I don't think you are.
Yeah, there's a couple things definitely here. One is, I think we always thought that, as teachers, we need to be the source of all knowledge. We've got to be the experts, otherwise we're a dummy. It's not that at all. I think we need to, that's more, I guess, I call old school. But I think it's okay for kids to have questions. I love the idea of having a place where kids can safely park their questions. And if you have a place in the room, we wonder area where those go up, that's even better. Like for a personal experience, I know for me, this was actually a question, I believe, from an early elementary teacher. And I remember second grade, I had a curiosity in science. When we did our science, I did not understand what was happening. I was wondering what it was going on. It was about magnets. And that carried me through elementary, through junior high, through high school, and through college, right? When I finally got my degree, it all came back down to try to understand how, this curiosity that started off my second grade, that was never really answered any way that I felt was I was done until even into college. It was still kind of open-ended. And that's the other thing here I think is worth mentioning is I think if we as teachers are too quick to provide that answer, you cap the student. They're like, I'm done. And we don't want that to happen. We want our kids to stay naturally curious. And it's okay to keep some of those opening, those questions unanswered so they can continue to explore and keep thinking about these things.
That's right. So that was a great question. So, I would say keep encouraging students to answer those questions, but if some of them don't get answered, that's okay. It always gives them something to look forward to in the future.
It is nothing wrong with that at all. That is awesome, actually.
All right, well, thank you again for the teacher that supplied that question, and we'll see you all next time. All right, well, I loved it. I am enjoying these questions that we're receiving, John. These Thank you all for those that are submitting questions.
Very
Thank you.
nice. And I'll just add real quick, if you have questions, throw them our way. Look at the bottom of the window here and look for the address. Submit a question to us, or thank you for joining us, and check out the other videos in our series as we're trying to make inquiry happen in your classroom. Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time.
See you. We at Ethos would like to recognize the hardworking teachers in our partner school at Munger Elementary, inspiring excellence in inquiry.